the advertising industry knows how to trigger our emotional pain body in order to sell us things. And that's where we get into addictive behaviors like shopping, pornography addiction, love addiction, you know, narcotics addiction, alcoholism. All of these things come from us wanting to sedate triggers that are in our emotional body. What is up, Soul Fam? It's Sundial from Substance Over Star, and welcome to a new video. Okay, so I'm back. Took a little break 1 week because I was really busy editing my the first lesson for my Kriya yoga memberships. So if you want to join that, then I will post a link in the description box below, so you can get in on all the opening up your energy channels and the chakra balancing action. Now onto today's video. I was requested this video by Peonies in May, who commented on my recent videos on the law of repulsion, like how to say no. She said, speaking of saying no, I've been having a difficult time saying no to shopping online lately. You have touched on the topic of consumerism in one of your past videos, quite a lot of my past videos actually, but if you could do another in-depth video talking about consumerism, conscious consumerism, emotional buying, etc., I would greatly appreciate it. You are very blessed to have a job that gives you the opportunity to travel as well as the necessary time to be introspective. That's true. And then she gave me a link to an article. I don't know if you've ever read an essay called Quitting the Paint Factory by Mark Sluka. I was reminded of you when I read it. I think you'll love it. I'm sorry I haven't had time to read that article because recently I have been very busy, you know, crushing goals and things like that. So don't have that much time to be introspective as much as I used to when I first started this channel, because consistency and uploading videos consistently takes time. But yeah, I thought I would actually talk about this because even though I replied to her and I said check out my video on how to cure a shopping addiction, which I will link, that I did ages ago, I was just going to leave it there, and I said if you've got any more questions then let me know and I'll do a more in-depth video. But then I just started channeling loads of thoughts and they just started, like, you know, the words just start coming through me, and when I literally will be like reading something or I'll be doing another task and I'll have to pause what I'm doing just because, you know, these words are just coming through me, then I know it's time for me to do a video on something because something wants to come through. So talking about emotional buying and conscious consumerism. Okay, basically the advertising and the marketing industry, let me just turn this down, it looks a little bit hot. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so the marketing and advertising industry know exactly how to speak to consumer pain points. I know this because A, I've been in the advertising industry for like 15 years, my job as a model, and B, all of the personal development stuff that I've been doing during that process, and then also more recently with building my online business, teaches you how to speak to people's pain points. So you need to be aware of that as a consumer if you want to be conscious about what you're buying and not just buying things mindlessly. Making sure that whatever you're buying is going to serve you in your mission to help serve other people and the planet, and, you know, just basically what we came here to do. So in order for you to be able to do that, you have to be aware of what pain point are they triggering in you when you find yourself compulsively buying things. The advertising industry knows how to trigger our emotional pain body in order to sell us things. And that's where we get into addictive behaviors like shopping, pornography addiction, love addiction, you know, narcotics addiction, alcoholism. All of these things come from us wanting to sedate triggers that are in our emotional body, which is why, another reason why you should sign up for my Kriya memberships, because the Kriya yoga system will actually help you clear certain things from your etheric body, certain emotional triggers and stuff like that. But you can just, when you find yourself shopping online, just bring some conscious awareness to yourself and ask yourself, what is the trigger? You can ask your higher self to do this, actually. What is the trigger that is being triggered? What is the emotion that is being triggered that is causing me to think that I need these latex pants, or you know, this new dress, or this new bikini, or whatever it is, and it will actually be shown to you. Like, if you kind of bring yourself into a meditative state, you know, just like take a couple of breaths and ask yourself to see, like, what is the emotion. It may even bring you to a memory, it may bring you to a certain trauma, or just a feeling. And a lot of the time, let's talk about some common emotions that might be triggered. Usually it's a lack of self-love, some kind of lack of self-love, or feeling that we're lacking something, and often, not always, but often that takes the form of, you know, a lack of romantic love. So a lot of the ways that women in particular are targeted by the advertising industry is through the fashion and beauty industry, because it tells us that if we have, you know, this lingerie or this beauty product, this lip gloss, this skin cream, these new shoes, that we're going to be more attractive to the other, whatever the other is. If it's a man, you know, if you're a heterosexual woman who's attracted to men, but whatever the other is, because it's through union with the other that we experience God's light. That's the hieros gamos, the sacred union. So we're always seeking that. That's, you know, part of our journey as we come here and incarnate. We're just moving back towards unification with God. So when we come here and we forget that we believe that we're separate, we're always seeking that unification outside of ourselves. So, you know, if you find that you're like, oh, I need to buy some more lingerie so that this guy that I'm dating is going to like me more or fall in love with me, that, you know, that maybe you need to go and actually, like, just do some inner work and realize what's the part of you that feels unlovable, that you think that you need this outside thing to make yourself more lovable. And I'm not saying don't buy these things. I love lingerie. Like, literally, I could show you my lingerie collection. It is like bigger than most people I know, apart from maybe like burlesque dancers and stuff like that. I have a really, really big collection of designer lingerie. I live in London, which is like, you know, like the world's capital of like high-end lingerie brands, and it's kind of one of my vices. So I'm not saying don't buy the things that you love. Like, if you actually, you know, appreciate really good design, if you're, you know, if it's your job as well. So that's, let's talk about that. So it might be triggering you to, you know, oh, this will be good for my career. This was a big one for me. I was always buying new outfits for castings because I constantly needed to look like I was at the forefront of fashion so that I could book jobs. And, you know, and it does work, you know, if you look a certain way in the industry that I'm in, then you will book certain jobs. So that's fine, you know, if you need to provide for yourself and provide for your family, if it's going to help you in your business, that's fine. But you also, if you find yourself compulsively buying things and you're not even using the last few things that you bought, just stop, pause, bring a little bit of mindfulness to the situation and ask yourself, do I really need this new thing? Or can I actually get that same look? Let's say you're a makeup artist. Do I need the hot new illuminating powder that's just come out from this brand? Or can I get that look with other products that I already own? Or, you know, can I maybe, like, you know, if you do feel like you need the hot new thing, whatever it is, maybe you can put some of your old things that you don't wear anymore for whatever reason, or you don't use anymore, on eBay, sell them, donate them, give them to a women's shelter. You know, just pause and ask yourself why you're doing this. Another tactic that I used to use when I was compulsively shopping, and I'm using it now, because I feel like I need a pair of medium-sized gold hoop earrings because I don't have any in that size, and just stupid things like that. I will use a reward system. So I'll tell myself, okay, you can't buy yourself anything until you book one modeling job, or whatever it is, whatever business you're in, whatever industry you're in. If you have a full-time job, then it will be maybe once you complete a certain project, you're not allowed to buy yourself that thing. And that will actually really motivate yourself to really achieve your goals. And then once you've done that, you know, maybe once I've booked big job for whatever, and I know that I have enough money to pay my bills and all of that stuff, then I can give myself the little treat of the earrings that I want. And I'm not going to buy it until then, because I need to put my money towards, you know, my goals and my mission, and not just buying stupid shit that isn't helping me get there any faster. So really think about like what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve on this planet, and is that thing that you're buying going to help you get there any faster, or is it just a distraction, you know? And really work on you know, healing your emotional body, because that's what gets triggered when you're buying all this useless stuff that isn't helping you. Also, when it comes to conscious consumerism, I mean, I've spoken about it multiple times before. Also ask yourself, is this product really helping the planet? Is it helping people? Is it helping anyone? Like, yeah, okay, it'll be helping the person whose business it is support themselves and their families, but you know, is it helping the people who made the product? Like, were people treated well and all of that kind of stuff? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, I've gone through a process where I've really cleaned up everything that I'm buying, and I'm like, there's so many things that I just don't buy anymore because they just do so much, they do more harm to the planet and to earthlings than good. So I do not buy animal products. I will buy leather if it's vintage or secondhand, like from a charity shop or something, but I will never buy it new. I haven't done that for years. I also won't buy wool if it's new, because I'm vegan now. So, you know, silk I have bought from like lingerie sample sales and things like that. Like I said, it's one of my vices. It's not vegan, so I shouldn't really be doing that. So I've definitely stopped buying any lingerie. I haven't bought any for a year. So, and you know, now there's so many vegan lingerie, like high-end vegan lingerie brands that are coming onto the scene. So next time I want to buy some like luxury lingerie new that has silk, I'll go to one of the vegan brands that uses the cruelty-free silk, and I won't go to the brand that, you know, just uses whatever silk, and you know, I know what those poor animals go through. So that's definitely something that I'm going to try and keep a lid on, and that's something that you can do as well. I find that like really thinking about the process that, you know, the people and the animals and the plants and everything involved with bringing that product to you really makes me think twice about buying things. So like plastic, I really don't buy that much plastic anymore. Like I won't say I never ever buy things that are plastic, because sometimes plastic is actually the most sustainable option if it's not single use. But just thinking about, you know, how much, you know, we're extracting from the earth just to make these single-use products. It's just like, I'm just not going to buy that thing. I'll just buy the paper cups instead, or I'll buy like some metal straws instead of that pack of plastic straws, or whatever it is that will really help you stop buying certain things. I don't shop on the high street anymore in the unless just, you know, a few occasional times, you know, if I need like a specific thing for like castings or for my job, like I might need a certain type of like flesh coloured underwear, I'll buy it on the UK high street. But for the most part, I only shop in thrift stores now, or from ethical brands. So that's my rule now. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do that exclusively, because if there's something that you know just looks so fire and you're going to get so many wears out of it, but it wasn't made in the most ethical circumstances, it might actually be more sustainable for you to buy that product than to buy something similar from an ethical brand that doesn't fit you as well and isn't as comfortable, and you're just not going to wear it as much. Then the thing that, you know, you really love and you know that you're going to wear it to death, you know, until it falls apart, then that's definitely like, you got to think about it in those terms as well. So yeah, like that's all I have to say on that, and I really hope that that helps you, and that answers your question. Okay, so I got some more videos that I gotta make. I hope that one was helpful for you. If you liked the video, then hit the thumbs up button, share it amongst your friends if they could be helped by this video. As always, I'm available for sessions as well. You can DM me on Instagram. I will post a link to my Instagram, and that's the best way to contact me if you want a one-on-one session. My membership's also available. Okay, I've done the whole summary, so I'm gonna love you and leave you, fam. Peace out. One love. I'll see you in the next video.
You're introduced to LSD, and unless you've taken some other drug, like for instance, like marijuana or something, well, you know, it's an altogether new thing.